What's going on, Internet? It is your boy, Eric Bandholz, back again with another fantastical episode from Beardbrand. Hope all's going well on the other side of the Internet. Wanted to talk about growing your hair out, and specifically how to get your hair to grow faster than it would normally. Now, growing your head hair out is a lot like growing your beard hair out, so a lot of the things that I'm going to say are probably going to be familiar. But for those who are just visiting this channel for the first time, let's rehash those common things that will help your beard grow fast and will let your hair grow fast. First things first is your health. Now, you got to take care of your health. So what does that mean? You got to eat right. You got to stay stress-free as much as possible. And you got to exercise. In terms of the exercise, lifting weights is a great way to do that. Gets your testosterone up from a guy's perspective. Gets you energized, gets you looking good. And then from eating your foods, let me talk about some foods that are going to be really good for you. Now, protein is going to be like the first on your list. So you want to make sure you get your proteins in. That's going to be your red meats, your poultries, your eggs, your oysters. Those items are going to be great for your hair. In addition to that, in addition to your proteins, there's nuts. And nuts are fantastic. Just stuff nuts all in your mouth all the time. Just be like nuts, 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 nuts in the mouth. And specifically some kind of nuts you'll look at are cashews, walnuts, hazelnuts, macadamia nuts, pecans. I love pecans. We got a pecan tree right out front. It's fantastic. Those are going to be great. In terms of fruits, you want to look for fruits high in vitamin C. That's going to be blueberries, strawberries, lemons, oranges, limes, kiwis. And then one very special fruit that I particularly love is avocado. I didn't know you knew if that was a fruit or not, but it is. It's got a little nut or seed on the inside. And that avocado, man, I could rub that on my face all day long. That stuff is going to be fantastic for your hair. You don't have to rub it on your face to make it good for your hair, but you could consume it as a food product and it'll be delightful. From there, let's talk about your vegetables and greens. So really there's not a lot of carbs on this list, but for one carb I'd recommend is the sweet potato. It's really high in beta carotene. It's going to be fantastic for your hair. In regards to your greens, you're going to be looking at your collards, your spinach, your broccoli, kale. Everyone loves kale nowadays. Brussels sprouts. That's an old favorite of my dad. He loved to eat some Brussels sprouts back in the day. So getting healthy by eating, step number one. If you can't eat a healthy diet, always look into taking a multivitamin. And I also recommend supplementing it with biotin. It's a really easy way to take in extra vitamins and get your hair growing fast. So beyond that, what else can you do? There's actually a couple more tips that you could look into. First things first is when you're in the shower, you want to stimulate your scalp and give your scalp more blood flow, which will help generate hair growth. And what that means is you just massage your head when you're in there in the shower. Just give it a good rub down, massage it, and take care of it. From there, you'll want to use a shampoo and conditioner that aren't included with silicons or silicon-free products. And you'll want to look for the ingredient list, and on the back of the ingredient list, if there's anything that's written as cone at the end, or I believe it's A-N-E, Zan, like silicone. So you'll want to avoid silicones. So a lot of them will be disguised. It's not going to just say silicone on it. They're generally going to end in cone. You'll want to avoid getting those in the roots, because what's going to happen with a silicone-based product is it will block the pores. It will leave like a film there, and it won't allow the oils to get out to your hair and keep a healthy hair follicle. It's essentially putting a helmet on your head. If you are going to use conditioners, pretty much almost all conditioners have silicones in them as well. You'll want to make sure that you wash the hair with the conditioner and avoid getting into like the roots and the scalp part of it. So that's one thing you want to look out for. Beardbrand, we're coming out with a beard wash and a beard softener. Those will be silicone-free, paraben-free, sulfate-free as well. So it's going to be a high-end premium product you know you can use and trust on your face as well as your head, and not have the issues, and give you the ultimate or beautiful hair that you can grow. And then once you hop out of the shower, you know, you always comb your hair, you brush your hair. Well, that's going to help stimulate it. And one thing that I want to encourage you guys to recognize is when you comb your hair, it's not a race to the finish. You know, we're not trying to get out here and be like, boop, 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 I'm done. What you're going to do is just work it through, try to work on brushing your hair about 1 or 2 minutes. And that's, again, it's going to stimulate that blood flow, and it's going to stimulate the health of the hair to encourage your hair to grow. So brushing regularly, don't fight through those tangles. If you go and you hit a tangle, pull it out, start over again. And then from there, that's about it. Just patience, lots of patience. It will come, you know, your hair will grow. You'll get there. It takes time, but don't worry about it. One more thing I wanted to add. Like I was doing this research, and there's a lot more things to do. Like you could really dive down into this rabbit hole of things to do. Like put on all these, they're called like hair masks. And generally I've kind of filtered that out because I don't think you guys want to go through that much hassle. But if you do, you can dig down a little bit deeper and do these hair masks. One of them is using like castor oil and dipping your hair in castor oil. And, you know, one thing that I say is you could probably just, you know, dip your tip in there until it gets a little wet. Just a tip. No, anyways, that was a joke. That wasn't like a real advice. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Cheers and beard on.